Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day wherever you guys are at in the world. God bless you and peace be with you. Okay, so we're going to pick one of these and then we will start talking about the reading. We're going to pick from Happy. It says, no, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loves us. I know that there's nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live. Oh, I love that. I love that. Calling in happiness. But the righteous be glad and rejoice before God. May they be happy and joyful. Okay. So, you guys, please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever it is that you're coming across this video, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you guys watch all of the readings on this platform. I do have another platform. If you end up watching all of the ones on this platform, you can go to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle and watch the ones on that platform. I haven't posted anything new over there, but there still is over 300 videos. So I think around 300, maybe 360, maybe 365. I don't know. So quite a few over there that you have access to. Okay. So, yeah, please know that my readings are timeless. And just an FYI, for those of you that have personal questions, please don't spam the chat with that. Send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. And just an FYI, when September comes around, I'll be raising the super chat question price to $30, which is still cheaper than a lot of other readers that, in my opinion, are not as skilled as me. So, yeah, every year that goes by, just raise it another $10. I feel like that's fair. Sorry if I keep touching my hair, it's still wet. I did not want to take the full amount of time to dry it. So I feel like we're going to work with the angel numbers first. But before we get into that, I just wanted to mention that my readings are timeless. You could be 20 years in the future coming across this video. There's still going to be messages in here for you. And with what I wish to attain, not only is income, but it is so that you guys get to learn how to use your discernment. So you practice here with me. And because I'm reading the collective energy, which means I get messages all of the time. So whatever message comes through me is what comes through me. But I'm reading the collective energy. So this is a perfect time for you guys to learn how to use your discernment and then actually practice so that in your day-to-day life, if something were to come up, you would be like, oh, I remember Astraea said this, or hopefully it would be second nature for you to use your discernment. Okay. Just had to clear something. It is Tuesday. I don't know why I thought it was Monday. So if you go to the tagged products attached to this platform, you are going to see a bunch of different metaphysical supplies, everything from sage, incense, crystals, books. So there are 2 books that I'm going to talk about very briefly that I really do suggest that you guys get because they're going to be life-changing for you. The first book, welcome everybody coming into the chat. The first book, and if you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, the first book is called The Truth of God. It's an advanced living workbook. Oh, that glare is so annoying. I'm so sorry. And it's written by Michael Stedman, Michaelsteadman, who is a doctor of divinity. Now, I've been using the techniques in the truth of God for 11 years with success, and I have been able to do everything through the techniques from this book, from crossing spirits over to getting rid of demons to getting rid of spell work. Everything that I do when it comes to that type of stuff is coming from the techniques that I know in the truth of God. And this is a book that you will not just use one time. I do suggest that you get a hard copy of it, but it's not something that you'll just use one time. I would hope that you would go through and continue to remind yourself that your higher self is God, and then start to tap into that energy. So I'm going to read the back of the book for you guys. So the truth of God is an evolutionary encounter with that which we know as God, gaining new perspective into who we are and from where we came. First, the journey to God takes you to the realm where it all began, making many discoveries along the way. Next, the story of God explains what has seemed to be indescribable creation and the path that led to what we perceive to be reality. Last, in the spiritual workbook, Michael gives information and techniques that will allow us to free ourselves from those ideas and emotions that are hindering our spiritual progress, and methods to open up the channel between the conscious mind that we are aware of and the inner consciousness that many are becoming aware of. So this book will change your life. It's got many different techniques that I use throughout the reading. And so when you guys have stuff going on, I'm always going to tell you to go to the truth of God, because that's what I do. Okay, so the second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I have written, and it is called Vassago, Vassago, Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, written by me, Astraea Love. And I wrote this book for people that want to learn how to read cards for themselves or for other people. So I have this book, and I have the Quick and Easy Original Rider-Waite Tarot Deck with the description on the cards tagged in the products and linked in the description box. No, it's not linked anymore. I haven't been linking the books because the links expire and then there's no point. So anyways, it's tagged in the products. But of course, if you guys don't want to get it from the tagged products, you could just type this into your Google search bar and it'll bring it up at different places that sell it. Okay, or we'll print it for you. So I'm going to read the back of my book, and then we'll start with the angel number deck and the message. So Astraea Love is a psychic/intuitive that has been living between the spiritual and physical world since she was a little girl playing with the fairies in her backyard. She has helped countless people find answers to their questions about their life's experiences with the help of the Most High God, providing inspiration in many forms. I just reminded myself that I need to do the contract. So by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior, because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. Okay, so this book was inspired by the Ars Goetia spirit known as Vassago. He has assisted me. Sorry, you guys, I get notifications on my phone sometimes. He has assisted me in designing the different tarot card spreads in this book so that they cater to your personal experience. I, for one, know how difficult it can be to read cards for yourself due to our personal attachment to the outcome. This book will assist you in getting past that blockage and in obtaining the spiritual truth that will set you on your divine life purpose, aka spiritual path. This book of never before created major arcana spreads references the standard Rider-Waite tarot deck for all explanations and includes spells and rituals for each of the 22 major arcana cards, which are the major transitions like the Emperor, the Empress, the Lovers, the Death, the Sun, the Moon, the World, the Star, the Fool. Those are the major arcana cards. And then this book of never before created major arcana spreads references the standard Rider-Waite tarot deck for all explanations, and it includes spells and rituals for each of the 22 cards. And then different card combination descriptions are gifted from my years of practical knowledge and are included in the back of the book in the additional notes section. All right. So this is what I was picking up on, was that somebody was trying to use tarot and... Okay, so I guess we're going to ask a couple questions. We're going to get some angel numbers first, but my message is that somebody was trying to use tarot and another reader, or maybe they're doing it themselves, to spy on you and to get information about you. Okay, so whoever this is interested in what you have going on, socially, sexually, religiously, parent-wise. If any of you guys are in like a custody battle, or you're going through anything like that with children, this person could have been doing this with the intention to try to get some information off of you, okay? Or something that they can use against you to like blackmail you with. However, they have been denied access. Welcome in, Fashionista. Happy Tuesday to you as well. So yeah, they were denied access. So we're going to get some angel numbers first, just to start off with some positivity. I love the angel numbers. So how you interpret the angel numbers: when you're out and about and you come across an angel number, or wherever you are, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take what you're doing at that time, who you're with, what you're thinking about, what you're focused on, and any other relevant energy or information at that time, and you will apply that to the interpretation of the tarot. I'm sorry, of the angel number. Anyways, okay, these two just flipped over. So we're going to get some angel number cards. The first one is 111, intuition. It says moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It's time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. So you guys could be coming into some new opportunities. That could be another thing that somebody was trying to look into to see what you have coming up. The second one is 1919, and it cycles. Karma, warning, judgment, influence, power. So 1919 is a mirroring number. You see how the numbers mirror each other. So there could be something about somebody trying to mirror your energy. Influence, power, cycles, change, and rebirth. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that you don't repeat them in the future. Make some space for new experiences. I'm getting that you guys should be immersing yourself in things that bring you comfort and things that bring you peace and things that bring you like health, and mainly peace is what I was getting. But yeah, comfort and peace. Okay. I want you guys to live a cushiony, comfortable, peaceful life. That's what I wish for you guys. To have happy days where you feel like, oh my gosh, I have enough money to go, or I have enough money, I have enough energy, I have enough money to go out and go shopping. I've got enough energy to go out in the yard and plant some plants or trim some flowers or whatever it is that you want to do. I've got enough energy to take my pet for a walk. That's how I want you guys to be living your life, is just being grateful and thankful for what you do have, and knowing that the more gratitude that you show to what you already have, the more things that are be similar to that same feeling will come into your reality. And then it'll give you another reason to be more grateful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Diana. Let me know if you end up having a question. Okay. So 1818, another mirroring number. How funny. Willpower. I get that you guys have the willpower here. You know, when it comes to getting your achievements done, you have the willpower. It's not like you're struggling with being motivated. So it says achievement, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are in the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. So I love this for you guys, because this is telling me that you guys don't have to go like outside of yourself. You don't have to go outside of your comfort zone. And I was just talking about how being comfortable is really important for all of the right resources and the experiences to just come into alignment for you. So it says the right people and resources will be put on your path. So you're already on the right path. Yay. And then it just feels like, oh my gosh, what is that song? It's raining men. Instead of it raining men, it's raining your new opportunities. So that's what I'm getting. And then it says an excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness, which you are. You guys truly are. I know the people that come to me are the ones that are going to be destined for greatness. Even if they're not like self-aware at the beginning, they'll go through an awakening process. And I do know that some people come to me that are just karmic, but I also accept that because it gives me the opportunity to clear up karma with them. All right. 1313, another mirroring number. This is so wild. Starting fresh. So you guys are going to get to start fresh when it comes to something. It says encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, and communication. Step out of your comfort zone. I was telling you just to stay in the comfort zone, but this could be when it comes to you starting something new, it could take you out of your comfort zone just for like a little while until that you make whatever it is that you're doing part of your comfort zone. It says, yeah, because you're about to create something meaningful. All of your skills and talents will bring you auspicious process. So your process is actually auspicious, which means that it's going to work out for the highest and best good of all. And then it says profits, but I was saying process. So whatever process you're using, it's working. It says build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. I love that. 3 mirroring numbers in a row. Isn't that wild? Okay. Let's get like 2 more. 555 change. I've been seeing 555 all over the place. It says encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, and creative work. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially because it just takes some getting used to, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why that you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. So if you're feeling like, oh, any type of feeling like that you're not wanting to embrace change, this is not a bad change that's coming. It may be perceived as a bad change at first because it could bring an ending, but that is going to open you up for something that's even better than what you had before. So yeah, I look at changes. Change is an opportunity to grow, evolve, and to become more of who you truly are. 0550, the eye candy. So pay attention to beauty. Stop and smell the roses. Okay. It says intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, and romance. Get some fresh air or call some pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project. Okay, cool. I will answer your question as soon as I'm done reading this card. So I like this, you guys. An exciting new project. That could be the change that comes in is a new project, right? Which would not be something that you would need to fear. Or you will go out on a date. Yay. I like that. Okay. Put your charisma to use everywhere and spread your charm around. So we had 111, which is about your intuition. We had 1919, which is about cycles. We had 1818, which is about willpower. 1313, which is about starting fresh. And then 555, which is about change. And 0550, which is the eye candy, which could be a new project, going out on a date, getting invited to a social event, those types of things with the eye candy. Okay, so let's look at your question. Diana, okay. Love that name. Love Princess Diana, and yeah. Isn't there a goddess named Diana? Isn't she like the Artemis? Okay, so your question is about your partner, Daniel, who is a Capricorn. Are you making the right decisions by investing in his clear intentions? Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm looking at Daniel's chakras, and I feel like he has a self-worth issue, okay, which is the solar plexus chakra. So he could be working through something when it comes to self-worth, or it could be also have to do with his inner child or his childhood. So let's see what comes out in the cards. So there'll be more than one card. But yeah, that's what I'm getting when I look at his energy right off the bat. Now, I don't know if he's been clear with you with his intentions, okay? Because I am seeing another female energy, but I don't know if this is somebody, we'll see who comes out in the cards. I don't know if this is somebody that they're talking to now or somebody from the past. Let's see. The High Priestess. This is obviously your energy. So yeah, you're very intuitive. I don't get like a big warning sign about Daniel right off the bat, but I do get that he's got some wounds to work through. You could possibly be seeing into these wounds, you know what I mean? Or you could have similar experiences to what he has gone through. Okay, the Two of Cups just tried to come out, which is a good sign because this means that you're seeing into, it's like a new love affair. You will be in sync with one another. Two people will come together after a long flirtation. And then it talks about a broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. I'm not necessarily getting that there's a whole bunch of forgiveness that needs to happen. So Diana, I'm wondering if you have had a hard time trusting people in the past because maybe these other people did not have good intentions for you, or you thought that they had good intentions for you and you ended up finding out that they didn't. I'm not necessarily getting that energy is going to repeat here. I think that you've learned what you needed to learn when it came to those types of relationships. You always listen to your intuition, though, because you are very accurate. The start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect on your life. So I like that. The Two of Cups is two people coming together, and then you see the healing caduceus in between them. That's a very good energy. I'm also getting that I get that it's like you've been through a lot emotionally, and so you're trying to guard yourself so that you don't have to go through more. But in trying to guard yourself, it's almost like you're putting so much focus on fear that it's drawing a situation towards you. King of Cups is Daniel, the King of Cups. Yes. Okay, so I like Daniel's energy for you. The King of Cups is somebody he's very balanced between head and heart and wise. So I'm wondering who this other female presence is. So you have like a baby mama, or there's somebody else that's in his energy that meddles with his sanity. Like they gaslight him. Yeah, I do feel like Daniel's a very responsible person that you can count on, but he's been through it when it comes to being gaslit and lied to. I feel like your guys' traumas kind of mirror each other. Six of Cups. Six of Cups talks about children. So I was just asking if he has a baby mama or a situationship. But the Six of Cups can talk about happy memories from the past as well. And it can also talk about new memories that you create, like with having a family, having children. So I think when it comes to this relationship, I'm not getting any like really bad things coming through. I'm just getting that you want to make sure that your guys' goals are aligned. So if you're wanting marriage and kids, find out if he wants that same thing. I do get an energy from him that he's very dedicated to whatever he does for work. King of Pentacles, confirmation. I also get that this is his energy. So he could be in the process of going from the King of Cups to the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody who gives generously, has a lot to share, and is hardworking. So maybe in the past, look, the 10 of Cups just came out. Oh my gosh. This is like your happily ever after. This is the card that I would be looking for when it comes to signs about this person, which talks about commitments that are made and kept. You see this happy family right here. So what I'm getting is that you guys have really good chemistry. Is this a relationship that you have access to this person? Like, do you guys live in the same area? Or is this, where you guys can meet up and talk? Sometimes people do long distance relationships, and those are a little bit harder because the person doesn't have access. You do have access. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm getting that the type of person that Daniel is like, when he makes a commitment to something, he keeps that. And so for him to have been done dirty in the past by somebody, he feels like other people won't keep a commitment if they make a decision, for one. That's what I'm getting. But I get that you don't have bad intentions towards him at all. So I don't know if you've met his family or anything, but I do get that his family puts a lot of pressure or somebody that's like family to him, puts a lot of pressure on him. 10 of Pentacles. Maybe he is helping his family out financially. Well, when you guys come together, if you end up wanting to move in together, yeah, I mean, I don't think you should pry into his finances, but I do get that he's got friends or family members that are always asking for a handout. But I also get that you make money as well. So it's not like I'm not getting a big warning sign with that, other than if you guys were to move in together or become, you know, a lot more intimate and start building a life together, he would probably have to, my ear just started ringing. He would probably have to tell maybe a family member no, or one of his buddies no, that type of thing. But he gives off an introverted energy, even though he seems like he's, you know, a little bit social. So I feel like he's got a lot of balance, and also he's a very affectionate person, which I like that for you. I feel like you are definitely deserving and worthy of somebody that matches your frequency, and he's got wisdom and he's got the ability to make money. I don't know if he's going to start his own business or if he's got one already. 5 of Wands in the, what in the hell? 5 of Wands in the reverse. So this is talking about the people that want money from him. Okay. Because it would go right next to the 10 of Pentacles, which is about, you know, finances, like community. See the dogs there, the people that are talking, the grandfather. Where's the grandfather? The grandfather's like right there, his head. Okay, so the 5 of Wands in the reverse, I think that you just need to be aware that he's got some people that are around him that are snakes, because it talks about somebody trying to cheat, and I don't get trying to cheat you out of money, but you trying to use illegal means to take something from him. So I don't know if he's got an ex or whatever, if he's got kids or what this past person and situation is, but it is somebody wanting to come in. Yeah, I would not be announcing this relationship to the world until it really gets off the ground. It says, watch out for deceitful, dishonest people. He may have a few deceitful, dishonest people in his family. Do not underestimate your opponents. They are powerful. Beware, you may not see it coming until it's too late. I don't get that this is actually his energy. I get that this is what somebody has been trying to do to him. It feels like there's somebody that wants revenge against him for some reason. Now, did he actually do anything? Probably not. He probably just said no to somebody. But there's a female energy that's coming forward that wants revenge. Now, is she due revenge? No, she's not due revenge. Like, it wouldn't be. Look, Temperance, Archangel Michael right after that. When I tell you this person had better be careful, because you, Diana, are chosen. I can definitely feel that energy, that you have an anointing. So anytime that you come into somebody else's life, no matter what they have going on, this Archangel Michael defense protection is always going to come in, and it may be exposing to both you and Daniel the people who are snakes in the grass. Snakes in the grass. Grassed. That's funny. Knight of Pentacles. Let me just ask, who is the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is who you're being protected from. This is somebody that works really hard but doesn't have a lot to show for it, okay? Also, you have another person that is interested in you. So I feel Daniel's energy, and I feel another presence of another male that is still very, very much interested in you. Oops. Move that out of the way. So this could be an ex, or it could just be somebody else that you know, somebody that's, they're very sexually attracted to you. But I don't consider this other person, this Knight of Pentacles person, to be somebody that's the same, matching the same energy that you have. So you could just be very attractive, very beautiful person, and that's what's drawing in multiple suitors, because that's what I'm picking up on. The Fool, and I think that you're not aware that whoever this king, this not king, but Knight of Pentacles, is very, thinks about you a lot. They think about you a lot. So yeah, you're probably not aware of that. So yeah, just let you guys know, if you've got personal questions, to send me a $20 super chat with your question. And I'll pause the collective reading and answer your question, but I'm answering Diana's question right now. Okay, I want to get clarification on who this other person is that Archangel Michael is protecting you from. I bet you're probably not aware that somebody else is into you, because Archangel Michael is literally protecting you from that person. But this could be an ex that literally is delusional. They're unaware that you are protected, and yeah, this other person would never be able to boss up for you. 3 of Wands, you're careful. Yeah, so look, I would not announce this relationship to the world, not yet. Get some feedback from Daniel, see where he wants to go with his future. The 3 of Wands just came out, which is like the future card. It talks about, a project or a new business idea coming about. But that could also be a relationship and a new, like, partnership. We did have the 2 of Cups, which definitely talks about a good partnership, being equally yoked. But again, remember that no individual person is going to be 100% healed and perfect. So there will be some flaws with Daniel, but I'm getting that, your compatibility with him is like a 7 right now. So that's 7 out of 10. So that's actually higher than the majority of people that I look at relationships with. And then it kind of just feels like if you guys were to both work on the relationship, that it could even get higher compatible. I don't think that you're open to whoever this Knight of Pentacles is that wants to come in and have a kid with you. They just straight up do. I hope you don't have a kid with this person. But I'm also getting that there is something that if you were to come together with Daniel and have a child, you may not want that. But if you were, look, wish fulfillment, if you were, you would be bringing a lot of blessings into your lineage. So sometimes when people, when 2 become 1, when their flesh becomes 1, it causes generational curses. I'm getting the exact opposite here with you, that it would cause generational blessings. The 9 of Cups is you getting your wishes fulfilled and you being fulfilled in every type of way. So I think, you'll find the right time to ask Daniel about how he wants to move forward with the relationship. Just know that he is dedicated to his work, but he has the ability to balance things. So I'm not getting a warning sign like, oh, he's going to be too devoted to work. I'm literally getting that he has the ability to balance things. And I feel like you guys coming together would help both of you financially move forward. It seems to me like he works very hard, but he also he's like saves money. So 8 of Pentacles. This is talking about work. So there may be wish fulfillment with work there. Okay, what else do we need to know? Also, you may get a wish fulfilled with the work that you do. It's very fulfilling for you. I feel like it meets your financial needs. But it's always easier when you have 2 people come together to be able to sustain a relationship. And I do feel like he's a loyal person. He's just been wounded from the past. I mean, everybody could be wounded from the past, but I get that his specific wounds have to do with trust, not being able to trust someone. Empress. And look, you're showing up as divine feminine energy. The Empress is somebody that should be just chilled back, relaxing, taking care of their kids, taking care of their life. You know what I mean? Um, being very grounded in your roots and being very connected to the earth. I just heard the sky is the limit. So he may have an ex from hell. Okay, that could be what has tormented him for so long, you know. Or he could have a past with a couple problems in it. I don't get that he's going through what he went through in the past now. So, you know, it feels like communicating would be really good with him, just so that you can ask. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords shows me that if you guys decide to take this relationship further, it's going to put an end to whatever battle he was having behind the scenes with another person. So it could also be like that you coming together is going to make peace within the bloodline. So yeah, his intentions for you are good. But remember, he is a Capricorn. Capricorns love to work. So if you think that he's putting his work before you, he's probably just trying to maintain stability and be responsible. But I also get that he has a fun personality as well, and that your guys' chemistry is good. The World. Yes. The World is a yes card. So maybe if you were feeling like alone or abandoned in any type of way, this person could be the person to help you heal from that wound. I don't get that you actually are abandoned. I get that you have spirit guides all around you. I'm also getting that you may get a new job offer, or you may, if you guys take the relationship further, you'll be able to save up to get like a new place to live or move in together. But what I'm getting that his intentions for you is to move. It's not just sexual. It's to move in the direction of, you know, wanting to have a relationship that means something. So whether that's marriage to you, oh, absolutely, absolutely, Tropical Tarot. Whether that's marriage to you or you just kind of need to have a conversation with him. Four of Pentacles, these gifts that you have are going to be passed down. I get that, you know, whatever his past is, don't judge him for that, because he's not the person that he used to be. And so I really feel like that this would be a great opportunity for you to have a relationship with someone that you can trust. So I'm not getting anything that says don't go forward with this relationship. I'm just getting that having a communication with him is going to be super important. And then deciding where you guys want to go from there. It feels like you guys have had other lifetimes together. So I feel like it'll be easy for you to talk to him. I'm also getting that you being willing to commit and him being willing to commit is going to make like the biggest difference. So everything that came out was really good, but be aware that there could be another person that's also wants to date you or be with you or sleep with you or whatever. That's this Knight of Pentacles energy, and this person feels like a past energy type person that has never really grown up or gotten their stuff together. They're still like an immature child. And so just be aware of that. And then know that, yeah, it's with the 10 of Cups, that to me looks like a happily ever after. So you're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for your donation. Okay, so I've got one more question and then I'll answer your question, Tropical Tarot. Let me look at, let's see, how am I going to say your name? Hua Wasan. Okay, so let me just read your question, Hua. Hello, love and light. Please, can I have, just a general on your situation between Val, who's an Aquarius, and yourself, Hawa? I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry. Aquarius and Cancer. What's coming next in this situation? Okay. Well, let's take a look. Yes. Yeah, so 20 minutes. Let's take a look. Okay, so Aquarius and Cancer. I want to look at the compatibility on that in general, just to see. What is the love compatibility between an Aquarius and a Cancer?
Aquarius and Cancer compatibility is low to moderate, around 55 to 60%. They have different needs. Cancer seeks emotional closeness, while Aquarius values independence. However, they can learn from each other, and their initial attraction comes from their differences. Patience and clear boundaries are key for success.
Especially when dealing with an Aquarius, they're people that like to have time to themselves, and they're really not needy or clingy. What I love about the energy of Cancer is that Cancers, they move through emotion. Yes, you can get 2 reads. They move through emotion. So let's see what's coming in. So Val is the Aquarius, and your name is Huasa. Okay. So what do we need to know about this relationship? So I would just ask, like, do you guys have access to each other? Like it's not a long distance relationship. That kind of just helps me classify, where this is going to, with the capability of where it go, right? Okay, let's cut the deck. I'm going to cut it 3 times. And let's see. Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Queen of Swords energy is somebody who has been wounded like multiple times. But every time they get wounded emotionally, they find a way to be able to recover. At the moment, she's traveling to his country. Okay, I love that. Okay, on Saturday. Wow, that's awesome. So yeah, you're dealing with somebody who's very emotionally intelligent. So her energy coming out as the Queen of Swords, just be aware that she's been hurt before in relationships. That's what the Queen of Swords is all about. But they're also somebody that if something were to go not good, they would cut somebody off. Whereas the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups would like allow things to continue. Okay, so this is what just came out. The Four of Cups in the reverse. Let me look at this and see why this came out. So it talks about chronic emotional restlessness is manifesting itself in casual love affairs. Your heart is heavy and empty. So this could be her emotional state right now. She could have been having casual love affairs. Maybe this is something that she wants to put an end to and do something more permanent or more long-term. Geez, it says that you'll lose the will to strive. New goals and projects are needed. Overindulgence in food and alcohol. Okay, so this is just a warning of bad habits. Lack of moderation. Failure in love. Cultivate positive thoughts, even though it's difficult. She could have just come out of a situation like in the past 6 months or something that was very trying on her. It was very emotionally draining. So I'm not really getting a super long, not long distance, but a long lasting relationship. And it could because maybe she's afraid to love. Maybe she's afraid to be in a relationship. But with you guys meeting up, I think that, you might be able to help her process these emotions. Knight of Swords. Who is the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Swords, this is the person that destroyed her. Okay, interesting. So she's had somebody in her atmosphere that's not been a positive influence. This Knight of Swords person could be an ex of hers. Why is it that the ex comes out? Okay, so 2 messages now with something with a dangerous ex. I just have to look at that with myself and clear whatever that is. Why that situation's coming in. I'm also getting that this relationship could be like what I think what's making it a little bit unstable could be the influence, that if she has an influence of drinking a lot, eating a lot, whatever it is, it could be something that influences you, or you could influence her. That's what I'm getting. So where in other couplings, maybe the energies would cancel each other out, I'm getting that it's going to be like the opposite traits that actually draw you guys together, kind of like what it was saying about the compatibility. But then at the same time, she's got some stuff to work through when it comes to emotional baggage. She's had failure in love in the past. I do feel that she wants to be married to somebody and wants to be like somebody's wifey. I do get that feeling though. But I also get the feeling that she is very like, make sure that you don't say anything to I would say offend her, because she will cut, like you could just say the wrong thing one time and then she'll cut you off. Like that's what the Queen of Swords does, because they're trying to protect themselves. But yeah, I'm also getting that, like, what is it? What is a relationship called when you break up with somebody and then you find somebody, right? Oh, rebound. She's been, I think what's the thing that's been manifesting itself in casual love affairs was the rebound energy. I don't want you to be a rebound energy for her. Okay. But she is very nitpicky when it comes to who she's with, because she put up with so much bullshit from this Knight of Swords energy that she could be very, very picky. Okay, so Val is a man. Is that what you're trying to say? Who his my and I'm woman. Okay, I don't understand what you just said. Well, so are you the female? This is about you, right? This situation is about you and somebody else. Valley. Oh, it's Valley. I thought it was Val. Okay, it is about you. So do you feel like this fits your situation with the love affairs? Yes. Okay. So then that part of the message was for you. Just to be aware that, you know, and then whoever this Knight of Swords is, yeah, I would again, not just, I would keep this person out of your energy. Whoever this person from the past is, they need to stay in the past. And with you meeting up with this person, the Sacrifice card came out, which is the Pisces energy. So let me look and see what is going on there. Let's see. No, this to me feels like this is the Knight of Swords. This person sacrificed you, and they need to stay away from you. It's crazy to me how these narcissistic people think that they can just draw somebody back in. You're like, you've been ignoring that energy for quite some time. Okay, so let's see. So what about long-term relationship-wise? Five of Pentacles. I don't get that you're in the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles would be like being casted away. Yeah, this could possible unemployment, loss of a home. This is not your energy, but this is, I'm still wondering why cards are even coming out for this Knight of Swords energy. Maybe before you get into a new relationship with someone, you want to just heal. That's too many cards at once. You want to just heal the old wounds that exist. Also, there is somebody that feels like when you broke up with them, that you left them out in the cold and you did not intentionally do that to this person. Six of Swords. This person may feel like they need to flee. I'm also getting like flee, like run away. I'm also getting that somebody's been brought into spiritual court, this Knight of Swords person. Okay. And so, yeah, they're behaving like you did something intentionally dirty to them when all you did was break up with them and not, you know, help them out financially, not give them a place to stay. So you do have that energy following you, but it's just an energy. It's not like, I don't see this person having the balls to even try to come in and ruin what you have going on now. The Ten of Swords, yeah. Okay, so this person is acting like a victim and a martyr, like you did something horrible to them. Okay, what about this new relationship though? That's what, I mean, obviously, if this Knight of Swords energy is coming out, it's something that you just need to work on healing from. And then also, I don't know why people seem to blame you, but like it seems to me like in certain situations in your life that people like to blame you for shit. It's really not your fault. So that will be another wound that you want to heal before Saturday. I would just be working on all this stuff. And know that no person is going to be perfect, but you have the opportunity to have some fun with someone and to get to know them. And just be aware not to overdrink, not to overeat, to use moderation, basically, so that you keep your energy high vibrational. 5 of Cups. This person from the past is in deep regret. They're in deep regret, crying over spilt milk. They wish that they could go back. Look, this ex of yours, this person, if they could go back in time, they would do the same stupid shit that they did. So I don't know why they're even behaving like, oh, woe is me. You know, if I could go back in time, I would change it all. I feel like you're the one that got away from this narcissist. Like you escaped by the hair on your chinny chin chin, right? 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person does not want to work. They would rather have you just take care of everything when it comes to this ex. Okay, we want energy on the new person, please and thank you. Also, your job could be the center of your life. That could be why it's been casual love affairs, because it's harder to make deeper commitments when you're focused solely on what you do for work and career. But I get that you're opening up now to actually having something more long-term. Okay, 7 of Swords. We're just talking about having a lot of choices, but only one choice is the correct answer. All others will bring disaster. So don't run away from making a decision. When you link up with this person, if you guys really hit it off and you feel like there is chemistry there, which I feel like you are going to feel like there's chemistry there. You know, don't be afraid to take it to another level or to make a commitment. Okay. Know that not everybody is going to be like this demon that you used to be with in the past. Not everybody is like that. But also, I get that the person that you're going to be meeting on Saturday, they've been through some shit. So I think that they'll be able to relate, but I wouldn't talk about your ex when you're with this person. But I think that they've been through some stuff too. 8 of Wands. So this is like you being at a crossroads. You can go in any direction you want, north, south, east, or west. It also talks about a situation resolving itself, which I feel like this is the ex's situation is going to resolve itself. I feel like you should probably call judgment on this ex that keeps trying to get into your energy. And just know that this person doesn't have any power to like sabotage your future relationships. And you're not going to attract in, I feel the pendulum has swung the other way, so you're not going to attract in the same type of energy. 2 of Wands. Yeah, I love this. This person is going to be somebody that's a big dreamer, that has a lot of goals. You could be humanitarian. They could also have humanitarian within them as well. And they could be all about excited about a new idea or new project. I just get that you'll find out that your compatibility is about probably 60%. If I look at compatibility, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, I do get that it's a 6, which is still higher compatible than most relationships that I see. So a 7 of Wands. You've been in the energy of having to defend your energy against a weirdo. If you have to stand up for yourself or defend this relationship moving forward, against any other person, you're going to be able to stand your ground. Just know that there is another person that's competing for your time and your resources, and they definitely want you back because you took care of everything. You were the responsible party. This new person feels like more, like it feels like they could change the way that they think or feel on a whim. So that's why I was saying, just be aware of what you're saying. 10 of Cups, look, you may have to defend this new relationship a little bit, but it's just you putting up boundaries. Having boundaries is completely appropriate. And if you find that the chemistry, because look, the 10 of Cups is a happily ever after. If you find that the chemistry is just really good with you and this new person, then, you know, I do get that they want a long-term relationship. They don't want a casual love affair. I get that you're wanting something that's more long-term. So that could be something that you talk about. But I feel like there will be a natural connection. I mean, there's a reason that you have come together with this person. And I think it's time to get out of the old energy that you used to be in with this other person from your past. The Knight of Cups. This Knight of Swords energy is going to try to put on all these different masks. You probably already know about this, but they like to put on different masks and appear like they can come in and save you from something. You don't need to be saved. Like, what, saved from what? This weird person from your past is the only person that you need salvation from, that you need to be saved from. Like, I'm serious. So they may want to come in and act like they can do everything for you, but I get that that is a bold-faced lie. I'm also getting that that it's okay to share what you've been through, but don't dwell on it. And just see how things go naturally. I would wait, you know, and see how the chemistry goes, and then ask some more questions with this person about what they have intended for the future. Because if you find out that, well, what you want is marriage and kids, and if you find out that this person is like, oh, I've already had this situation and that situation, and all I want is marriage, then I would say to look at it again. But or to at least make an evaluation. What's the most important things to you when it comes to love and marriage and family? 6 of Wands. You're going to be rewarded by the universe because of what you had to go through in the past. I'm also getting that make sure that you, if you're going to be sexually active, that you use protection. I hope everybody would do that, okay? Unless they're with their forever partner that they can trust. But yeah. Yeah, I would keep this relationship a secret for a little while. And, you know, it may take, so this person coming into the country, there may be an instant connection. Is this person a different, well, how do I want to say it? Are they like of a different cult? Well, would they need to become a citizen? Would they need to marry you? I'm getting that you may end up making a travel to wherever they stay at, and then the traveling will eventually, this is if you want to move forward with this relationship. Yeah. That you may end up traveling to where they're at, but I'm also getting that that this person would be able to adopt the type of lifestyle that you have, okay, where you're at. And it would actually be better for them to probably live where you're at than where they come from. That's what I'm getting. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're already single, self-sufficient. You can stand on your own 2 feet. I get that this other person is also single, self-sufficient. They can stand on their own 2 feet, which means that they can contribute equally to the relationship if you decide to move forward with it. And I wouldn't be accepting any bum offers from people from the past. That is just not where your future is headed. King of Wands. Okay, this actually feels like your energy. It feels like you've got, and take the gender out of tarot, but it does feel like that and when it comes to being in a relationship, you could be the leader. You know how like there's usually one person that has like a little bit more knowledge or whatever it is, that you would be the leader in this relationship. There's a lot of things that you could teach this other person. And yeah, so I would, until Saturday, work on healing from this past situation. And then as it approaches, as you meet this new person and meet up with them, if that you hit it off and things start to go really well, don't limit yourself. That's what I'm being told, is to not limit yourself. And know that not everybody is horrible like this person from the past. I don't know what this person did to you from the past, but they're up shit's creek without a paddle right now, wishing that you would, that even though they sacrificed the relationship by ruining it, they're still wishing that you would come back. Well, their wishes are going to go definitely unanswered. And remember, if you want to get out of the energy of the casual love affairs, start getting to know people before having sex with them. But I am getting that you guys might be intimate with one another. So if that does happen, that's why I was getting like the chemistry coming in. I think that that would be a good thing. Yeah, the horrible person from your past was the Knight of Swords. So I'll read you the description on the Knight of Swords. Okay, so it says a man that's in their 40s, but we take the gender out of tarot because everyone has masculine and feminine energies. Conceals his emotions, has a military or strict demeanor, disciplined, supremely confident or cocky, has courage and a good heart, responsible, shrewd and alert, planner, engineer, designer, builder, or architect. That could be what that person is supposed to be doing, but I don't get that they actually are doing that. Okay, just let you guys know, please don't spam the chat with your questions. Send me a $20 super chat with your question and I'll pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. But I get good vibes with the person that you're going to meet on Saturday. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, Tropical Tarot. So you have 2 questions that you want answered. Do you want to send that in the chat and let me know if you're still here? You're very welcome, and I hope you have an amazing time. Okay, so let me know if you're still here, Tropical Tarot. Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, so do you have a specific question or do you just want me to pull cards? Because I'm good with either or. I get that your self-worth has improved. So I'm glad that you're working on that. Okay, so you always look at consistencies. Okay, between religions, readings, and in people. Consistencies. That's like being constant, right? Or are you thinking coincidences? Every single person in your life tells me that she's using me, that she's cheated on you in the last month or 2 with her behavior. Yes. Okay. And it's been horrible. You went to her house the other night because you were lonely and wanted to cuddle her. You showed up and could hear her on the phone with some dude. Yes. When you were in program and she was saying that she was staying up all night talking to her mother, I was like, bullshit. She was on the phone with some guy. Okay, sniper shots, please send a super chat or either way, stop sending the same question in. Okay, you woke up late, rushed to the kava bar. She looked at you and said, "You showered?" You said, "Yeah." She grabbed your arm and smelled you, and you were so embarrassed. Then you took off your hat and your hair was still wet. Huh. And you went to the kava bar, which is like the place you guys met, right? She smelled you. Okay, so that is weird. Now, I have heard of women when they accuse a man of cheating, smelling their DICK, okay, to see if it smells like another woman. But smelling your armpit, like that's just weird as shit. I don't know why she would do that. And smelled you. I mean, I've had somebody smell me before and be like, "Oh my God, go take a shower." Then you took off your hat and your hair was still wet. In front of your friends? No. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Okay. That's embarrassing. That's way embarrassing. But I mean, okay. So let's pull some cards on it. I have always gotten that she's been using you. But the thing is that she is using you, but a part of her, the, the Queen of Cups part of her. Okay, hold on. I've got to get rid of snipers. They got to go. Because they're obviously not understanding English or what I was saying. Okay, hide that person. Okay, there we go. You have a question for the second reading? Okay, so let's start the first one and see what's going on with I mean, why would she question you if you showered? That's freaking weird. That's really weird. Putting that part aside, we're going to look at the cheating situation. And again, like spirit has different ways to communicate with you, but if you have everybody in your life telling you the same thing, then I would pay attention to that, especially when I've said the same exact thing as well. That I get unfaithfulness and witchcraft and all this other really, like, probably the worst things. Tropical Tarot, if you haven't seen the movie Obsession, the new movie Obsession, make sure you watch it. Okay. It's a horror movie, but it literally verbatim, if that blood and period blood in the spaghetti spell would have worked, you would have been obsessed with her, like in the movie Bears obsessed with Nikki. Okay. So definitely you're going to get downloads when you watch that. Yeah, and you're definitely not, but yeah, she's 27, which, that's really young. And you're 40. You're not bothered that you pamper her. No, I don't get that. Well, I get that she makes her own money, but let's see. Let's see what comes out, what spirit wants you to know. I feel like when you have a message coming to you through many people, that's one way that God communicates. Like God's going to send you this person and 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 this sign and this sign and this sign and this coincidence and this synchronicity. That's my experience. And then with the hopes that you eventually accept what the truth is and make a different choice. But it's a hard situation because she's got some mental health stuff going on. You've got some health stuff going on. There's the good things about the relationship, and then there's the not good things about the relationship. It's hard to be in a relationship with someone that you can't trust. The Chariot. And then also, I'm wondering if why you crashed your car. So remember when you were like not talking to her and then all of a sudden you saw her again and that same night you wrecked your car? I told you about I had the same thing happen to me when I was seeing somebody I shouldn't have been seeing, and then I left their house and boom, got in a car and totaled my car. Ended up being okay because I got a new car, but the Chariot came out, which is definitely a vehicle. It's moving around. This is also talking about you overcoming something very difficult. I don't get that financial problems is the core thing of this. I get that it's a trust issue. So maybe you're not feeling enough because, like, even though you've been working on your self-worth, you could have been not feeling enough to be with her because you have so much competition. You know, she's constantly talking to other men. And I don't feel like she's going to change that. Okay. I don't think that she's going to change that. Like, I feel like that behavior is going to continue. Um, yeah, if you don't have one of these, I would get one of these like evil eye amulet things for your vehicle. They're really cheap. You can get them on the internet for like I have a whole bag of them, but you can get them on the internet for really, really cheap. Keep that in your new vehicle. Pray over your new vehicle. Okay. And if this is about you getting a new vehicle, if you haven't, have you gotten a new vehicle? Also, will she sign an NDA for your entire relationship if you ask? Let's see. So like an NDA for the past or an NDA for the future? Isn't an NDA a non-disclosure agreement? So where you don't talk about anything in the relationship? Yeah, I feel like you would have to really talk her into signing it. I don't think she would do it right off the bat. The Empress. Something about this situation is pushing you towards an Empress. Now, the Empress is where I would like her energy to be, but I don't get that that's her energy. So I don't know if there was somebody that you met in treatment, or this could even be you. That's right. Your family is, well, whatever you call it when people pass away in your family. That's sad. So yeah, I totally understand you feeling lonely. And remember, I've past and future. Yeah, I don't think she's going to sign that. But if you gave her like a ultimatum, she would probably scream at you. I don't necessarily know if you need an NDA. I think if you were going to get married to her, you would need like a prenuptial contract of and have every single thing in there. And then I would, even before, because I do get that she is using you, even though she does care about you, she's still using you. I would make sure that your inheritance is tied down so that if something, because she's the type of person, and the other psychic and I were talking about this. She's the type of person that I couldn't put it past her to like do something to you to try to get your resources and your money. Okay. Like to bury you, okay, to get your resources and your money. She's already done witchcraft to try to ensnare you and make you obsessed. And the witchcraft she did on other people almost got her killed. And that's why this ex won't leave her alone, because she did witchcraft on him as well. You want to leave and both of you guys keep your mouths shut? Well, yeah, if there's, I mean, what real damage could she do? You'll definitely have a prenup. What real damage could she do? And have it in the prenup that if anything happens to you, that she does not inherit the resources. And I bet you anything she'll try to come up with every reason not to sign that prenup. That would be a big, big sign. But let's see what comes out. 8 of Swords. Yeah, I think that asking her to sign an NDA would be like telling her to go to prison. Like, you have to limit yourself from what you can say. And you guys should just have an agreement with each other that you don't tell other people about your guys' relationship. That way, but she's only 27, so she hasn't gone through the necessary lessons to know that about relationships. That you just don't, like, I'm so paranoid to the point where if I met somebody and I fell in love with them, I would probably not even have like a wedding, because first of all, I don't ever want to be married again. But secondly, I would be afraid that people would like send hate to it and shit. So, and I would have no one to invite. Okay. What about the 8 of Swords? Yeah. So basically what happens if you sign an NDA, if somebody talks about something, then they could be faced with imprisonment or some type of fine or something, right? I don't think she's going to sign the NDA. Not at all. If she did, I would be like so freaking surprised. I get that that is not, and if she did, if she was to sign the NDA, she would still talk about you to other people. So, you know, I don't think there's anything you need to be ashamed of. Yeah, she won't follow it. No, no, I don't get that she will. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you know, I feel like she's actually facing quite a few setbacks since, you know, you guys have been through so much stuff. I also get that the amount of psychic and spiritual warfare that you were going through in the time that you were broken up, when you had gotten back together, all of that, she brought all of that bad energy in and you crashed your car. I think that's something that, you know, it needs to be looked at, because she could very well do the same exact thing if she just decides to hex you or whatever, you know. I mean, that it seemed like it was a hex. Yeah. I also get that she's tired of fighting, but then at the same time, she still wants to fight about stuff. Oh, I don't even get that literally, because the thing is that your guys' chemistry is really good. That part, and then when she's in her nice, I don't want to say normal because I truly believe she has a mental health issue, but when she's in her right state of mind, she is like better to be around. Okay, let's just say that. 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is telling you to focus on the positive memories from the past. It also talks about children. And so that, you know, there could have been something going on since she was a child, and also the Empress next to the children. You could be wanting to draw in somebody that can have children, that wants to have children. Not to say that she won't ever have kids, but at this point in her journey, that's not what she wants. Even if she says that's what she wants, she's not taking any action towards that. I think she wants to be like, she wants to have you on the side, and then she wants to do whatever she wants to do and be single out in public. That's what I'm getting. It's like the have your cake and eat it too. 10 of Pentacles. She definitely wants a 10 of Pentacles. And I don't, you know, other than all the black magic that's at the place that she lives, yeah, my only fear if you guys were to move in together would be that she would bring that black magic into your house and those demons and all that crap, and then it would be like crazy. It would be just bad. Where she hasn't changed from that witch personality, whatever we want to call it, okay? That witch behavior. So I'm wondering if there's some type of magic that's still going on that's imprisoning you. Because if spirit has someone better for you, I know that's such a hard choice to make though. 2 of Wands. Yeah. I get that whatever you're doing, you're focusing on a better world, a better relationship. You want things to like make sense. And this relationship has not been making sense to you. Not for like a while, because everything, when you're being lied to consistently, it's hard to make sense of things. Now, I was trapped in a relationship for like 9 freaking years due to witchcraft, okay? And this person would break my bones, fracture my bones, beat the shit out of me, and I would still go back to them because it was witchcraft. So I want to just make sure that that's not what's going on here. I do get that you have authentic feelings. So yeah, she's always been in the energy of being a destiny blocker. Like, and I think I told you that at the very beginning when I first started reading to you, is that she's, you know, probably not aware that she's a destiny blocker, but she has kept you from helping the general public in some type of way, because when she's in your life, even when she's not in your life, this is why I want you to watch the movie Obsession and then tell me if you think that there's magic going on, because it feels like there is when she's not in your life, she's she's what you're focusing on when you should be focusing on your own destiny and healing. When she is in your life, she's all you can focus on, and it's just like super distracting. um Now, I was under an obsession spell, okay? But it didn't come from this lifetime, but still, I know what that feels like, and it's mental torture when you can't get somebody out of your head. You know what I mean? Oh, hi, anonymously rave girl. I was thinking about you today, actually. I was wondering how you were doing. But yeah, I think the difference is that you're chosen and she's not. And so there's a little bit of jealousy there. Also, there could have been some moon magic. And again, if she is using the moon, which we've figured this out before, but when you use the moon, it goes on a cycle. So yeah, I get so much freaking moon magic. This is also menstruation cycle goes on the cycle of the moon. Oh my gosh. I think like a bunch of things just clicked for me right now with that. Okay, so these up and down cycles are very draining for you. And it is distracting you from, from the health, it's distracting you from working on your own health, mental and physical. Just to let you guys know that if you've got a question, to send me a $20 super chat, but I'm answering 2 questions for Tropical Tarot right now. Okay, so please don't spam the chat with your questions. Okay, that being said, the magician, the magician in the moon. Yes. Oh, she's a rave girl too. My gosh. Well, raves are actually pretty cool. I haven't been to one since I was like really young, but they were really fun. The magician. So yes. Why does she feel the need to manipulate everybody with witchcraft? I think that people would still like her if she didn't do witchcraft on them. That's what I'm getting. But she wants access to a wealthy man that she can use for whatever. Okay, that's the energy that she's putting off. 4 of Swords. So yeah, with all of this turmoil, it's like, you could have had some anxiety as well about the situation, just giving you anxiety. I get that. Yeah, we call for judgment on all of the witchcraft and any obsession stuff that's going on, because I think that the obsession stuff explains a lot of why, like I said, if it's tormenting you to where you can't think about anything but the situation or the relationship when you're with them. Oh, thank you for the heart. And then when you're not with them, that's definitely obsession work. And we already know that she does magic, but you've been pretty immune to it. I mean, I've cleared a lot of it, but you've been pretty immune to it. So I just want to see what else comes out, because she's wounding herself by doing this magic on you because it's backfiring in some type of way. The 4 of Pentacles. She does not want you to use your intuition, your abilities, or like read her energy. And I feel like naturally are able to read her energy. And so this is why, and then you can sense the energy of other people and when they're around, and you can feel their energy. When you said that you felt that other person's bag, like that it had been sitting there, it reminded me of this time where somebody else told me the same exact thing. That I had somebody in my house, and after they left, that his presence was so strong that it could be felt throughout the house. And I was like, whoa. I was like, really? Whoa. But yeah, so that is a real thing. I'm getting that, Oh, it's hell with her and hell without her, which means probably an obsession spell. The Two of Swords. Yeah, so we're with us calling judgment on the witchcraft, it's going to be blocked. I think with you not being under the influence of magic, you may make a completely different decision. I think that you should be working on your solar plexus chakra, and why I say that is because this is still a self-worth issue. It's like within you somewhere you've got some type of fear that either you're not good enough for her, or that you'll have to compete for her, or that it'll be hard for you to draw in another person that's got the qualities that you do like about her. I promise you, you'll be able to draw in somebody that's got the same qualities, that's, attractive. They probably just won't be maybe as young, and that might be better because the age gap is a little bit of a problem, just maturity wise. But also, you are dealing with somebody that thinks that they know everything. Even the people that know stuff don't think that they know everything. And you are dealing with somebody that is a witch at the end of the day. So, and not a witch is in like, oh, I like burn sage and burn candles, not like that. This is like going to drastic measures. And the issue of the competition, having to compete with other people for her, and then her not being honest with you. I think she likes the feeling of people competing for her. I think that she likes that. Okay, so that's why she continues it. I also feel like she doses people with magic. I would never want to come across this person. Do not eat or drink from her. Yeah, I do get she is using you. Was she talking to another guy that night? The night that you went over there and you heard her? Yes. She's been talking to somebody though, like, um, was she unfaithful physically? Well, yeah, it does feel like she was. It does feel like she was. I'm getting it's not always the same guy though that she's talking to late at night. But okay, so I'm going to pick up the cards and we're going to use another deck and then see what it says. Same guy. I don't think it's the same guy that she talks to every night. No, I think that it's, there may be 2 or 3 people. Okay, let's use good old Thoth. Thoth usually gives us a little bit more to look at here. Wow, change right off the bat. Okay, please don't keep spamming the chat with your question. If you have a question, please send me a $20 super chat, okay, with your question, and I'll make your question a priority, but I am answering Tropical Tarot's question. Okay, so change. Change is not a bad thing. Change is not a bad thing, all right? It can be a little like, anytime you're dealing with fear of the unknown, it can be a little scary, but you already know what it's like being with her, and you know what she's like when she gets, triggered, angry. If you watch Obsession, you will literally understand what I'm talking about. If you watch that movie, I'm serious. You'll be like, holy shit, this is the light just like freaking, I saw that flashed. That was a sign right there. You will definitely pick up that that's some of the situation that you've been going through. Okay. Interference. So there is an energy of interference here going on. And I feel like it's third parties, though. It's other people being a third party. So you definitely want to make changes so that there's no more interference. I feel like, when you guys went on vacation and it was just you and her, it was like there was really bad times, but then there was times that were good. And that was exactly what the other psychic said was going to happen. I mean, I usually dress words up in a nice way so they don't hurt people's feelings, but like the other psychic that I talked to, they are so like raw with it that it could literally just make you want to cry or die, like hearing the truth, but the other psychic has never ever been wrong. So what I get is that this interference is coming from a third party. And where you want to make changes in the relationship, it's hard to make changes when you're having to battle with other people's energies. Now, I do get that. Okay, so when you have oh, thank you. Yes, spamming me with money. I love it. When you do with someone, when you have sexual relations with someone, it's like, have you ever heard of two flesh becoming one flesh? You know, oh my God, you probably wouldn't want to hear what the other psychic would say. It would be like, run away. But yeah, so what I'm getting is that this third party interference is one of the main issues when it comes to love. And this is the thing, is that she's using you, but she does love you. That's why it's like, this is the weirdest situation. But if there's love spells from I haven't even looked to see if there's other lifetime stuff, because there's so much shit that she's been doing in this lifetime. But yeah, it's like, if there's other stuff that's, sometimes when someone does a obsession spell on somebody else and it backfires, they'll become obsessed. So I feel like she's as equally obsessed with you. And the fact that you can't get her out of her mind is because she's always thinking about you. But she has this nature about her where she still wants to, she's wanting to trap someone, luxury, so that she can live a life of luxury. I get that you could provide her that if she would like be a normal person, like normal in the way, because I guess normal is a delusion, but normal in the way of like not having to try to force things, to happen or to go in her favor, just letting things unfold naturally, that type of situation. But I don't get, yeah, I get that where you're willing to meet her 50%, she's not willing to meet you that much. Like, she's not willing to put in the same amount of effort as Queen of Cups. But remember how I've always told you about how this Queen of Cups energy that she has, when she's in this state of mind, she is somebody that you love. When she's not in that state of mind and she's in whatever this shadow, it is truly her shadow. This is why doing shadow work, and you know about shadow work, Tropical Tarot, but this is why doing shadow work is so important. But some people, either they've never heard of shadow work, they don't know what it is, or they are too afraid to face their past, or too afraid to look at their inner child, or too afraid to heal. And then they make it everybody else's fault why they won't heal, right? And so everybody has stuff that they're working through. But I do get that, she wants to be attached to the luxury that your life is. And you could probably be like, oh, I don't, I'm not the 1 to 2%, but still you have a lot. You have a lot more than what she has. Even though she works more and makes more, you still have a lot. I feel like she spends her money on stuff that she doesn't need. Queen of Wands, which, oh my gosh. So this is just basically the same thing the other deck was saying, but it's these going in between these two aspects of her. And her energy, if she would not have done witchcraft on other people, her energy would not be, her personalities would not be split like this. But I did pick up mental illness, and I think witchcraft can cause mental illness issues. I'm not a doctor though, but you're dealing with, it's like you're dating two different people. Like there's one side to her and then there's this other side to her. And I wish that this other darker side of her, this Queen of Wands side of her, would realize that it just needs to heal and integrate, and that doing witchcraft on people is completely unnecessary, especially in the area of love. Now, she was like doing protection spells for herself or get lucky quick spells or whatever other type of things that people do, that involves just you doing something good for yourself. That would be different. But her type of magic has only been about love and trying to find someone with luxury that's got, so that and it's not because she doesn't want to work. It's literally not even because she doesn't want to work. It's because she wants to have it all, everything. So it's greed. It's Mammon, however you say his name. Princess of Discs. I feel like she's trying to use some method of divination. She does this to you quite often. Or she does it to find out. She does some form of divination on every person that she considers a person of interest to her. She always wants to stay on top of everybody else. But it's hard because it truly is like there's two different people. Oh, thank you. You do have lots of tarot friends on YouTube. That's awesome because you're a past profession. Yeah. Yeah. I get that, her doing this divination is not bad, but she's not reading. Look, oh my God, all these just came out in the reverse. So she is going to tell you not to worry about who she's been talking to. That's what she's going to tell you. The Chariot in the reverse. Don't worry about drinking and driving. Don't worry about driving late at night. The Chariot in the reverse was like that's like the definition of a freaking car accident. Then we have the Prince of Discs in the reverse. And that's not your energy, by the way. The Prince of Discs is one of these interference competitors' energy. So that person could have also been attached to why you had the car accident. Then we have the Power in the reverse. So the Power in the reverse is like being powerless. And we have Indolence, which is lazy. And I will always tell you, if somebody feels like they have to resort to using energetic manipulation to get you to do or be something, then that person is not powerful. God is much more powerful than any type of stupid shit that can be done, in this world. But like I was saying, protect. Oh, thank you. Is Rave Girl Jackie? I don't get, no, I don't feel like that at all. I think if that was her, she would have already cussed us all out. I'm serious. I'm serious. That would be crazy though. I literally had a situation when I was doing personal readings where one person came to me and they told me one side of the story, and then another person came to me and they both found me at random and they told me the other side of the story, and then I had to look at it with both sides when I realized that, oh my God, I was reading for this one's asking questions about this person. I was like, what the hell? And I only had that happen one time, but yeah. Look up. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing her comment about the candles. Some money, some beauty style stuff like that. Oh, yeah, that's what I do. Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, I do the self-work, not the manipulation witchcraft. So I don't know, are you Jackie anonymously rave girl? That would be fucking crazy. I'm serious, that would be crazy. The universe, is one amazing thing. I tell you what. Okay, well, this person from the past, the Prince of Discs, their energy with the power in the reverse it's feeling power. it's feeling powerless. Okay. I'm also getting that. Let me just check one thing. Happiness. See, the both of you want happiness. So happiness is not going to be attained through another person. It always, like, true happiness, okay? We don't need outside validation from others. True happiness is like something that we can get from God. We get from going within, you know? Yes, you have. You've been so loyal to me. Thank you for that. I really need that too, because I have had so many experiences of people just not being like that, not being loyal. So look, the thing is that both of you guys want happiness, but it's going to take finding it within yourselves. I'm getting that this feeling of being powerless, you know, it's coming from not feeling safe in your relationship. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I consider you as a friend as well. So with the Chariot in the reverse, make sure that you do anytime you buy a car, a home, anything like that, you always want to pray over it, ask for protection for it. And I would stay off of the roads late at night. I mean, don't live your life in fear, but whatever this weird energy was that followed you, that influenced the car accident, I feel like it was coming from this warlock energy person that was this Prince of Discs. And it almost feels like something supernatural happened in the accident. It wasn't just something that would be a normal thing. It was literally had some that's really scary, by the way, that something supernatural about it. Valor, being courageous. So it's hard when you're with somebody, and because I know this situation, like when you're with somebody and there's a part of them that you love so much, but then they have another side to them. Sometimes Geminis can be this way, but we're not saying that it has to do with Geminis, but you know, where it's two different sides of the same coin. That's what I'm getting is what makes the situation hard. The split energy happened to her in childhood, happened to her in the younger years. So it's really like not something that you did, something that happened when she was younger that split her energy. But it could be like, you know, there is such thing as generational curses and stuff like that. It could have been that. And then I'm getting a weird feeling of like destiny swap, not with you, but somebody has already tried to swap her destiny. Maybe when she was a child. Maybe, hold up. What is her relationship like with her mother? Did her mother try to take her destiny and this is why she has split personality? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Sorry, God. God's like, what? I'm just kidding. Oh my God, though. That's crazy. And it feels like her relationship with her mother is like not completely destroyed, but they're not compatible for each other. Damn. Okay, so look, this is actually really sad. That's really sad that happened. So what I'm getting is that this split energy is what needs to be healed. And I feel like where she doesn't feel happy in certain situations, It's very much due to the fact that she has no idea that her mother's like an enemy. Like literally, we pick our parents before we come down here. I'm reading for her. I'm reading for you. So I think what it's going to come down to is, yeah, I saw you pay for another one. But yeah, what it's going to come down to is you deciding how much more you can go through, and where, well, I've always said to make sure that, is Rave Girl, are you Jackie? Are you the one that we're talking about? That would be insane. The Tower, the Evil Eye, what the shit? I don't know if she's even in here anymore. I haven't seen her post. The Tower. Well, the Tower / the Evil Eye. There's a reason that Aleister Crowley made this card look like this. Okay, what do we need to know about the Tower? Because the Tower is like bringing something to a complete end. And why would it be next to the Valor? The Valor and the Tower. Let me just look at this and see what the hell. The Tower is like it's like, well, okay, it's like crashing your car. That would be considered a tower. Getting fired from a job, that would be considered a tower. So the Tower is not in itself super bad. The Evil Eye is bad. If it was a tower caused by the Evil Eye, that's what I think that we need to look at. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we need to clear all of the Evil Eye and cursing work that has been done. So the Tower in itself is a no card. So as far as her, as far as it being her, I don't think that it is. You meeting your girlfriend on YouTube chat would be the Tower. That would be it. Anonymously Rave Girl, are you Jackie? I don't know what IDK means. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry, you guys. It kind of shows me that you have the courage to face whatever this is. But I'm not even getting that the tower, I'm getting the Tower was attached to this car accident. And then this other person's energy. Oh, you don't know him. Yeah, I didn't feel like you did know him. Thank God. I know. Oh my God, making my heart race so bad. I'm like, holy shit, that would be such a mind fuck, dude. Seriously. Okay, so let me just make sure that this Tower is something that's already happened and not something that's going to happen in the future. What do we need to know about the Tower? Okay, Prince of Wands. Another interference energy. Okay. Crap. So we have the Prince of Discs in the reverse, which is somebody that doesn't have money, that's broke. They don't work. Maybe they sell substances. This person's got a lot going on. The Prince of Wands is somebody that is giving like the pride before the fall, very arrogant, very cocky energy. I don't want to say Lucifer, but it's giving like that type of energy. And this is, both of these people are not you. So they're coming up next to the Evil Eye. That's weird to me. The Fool. Maybe this is somebody that you don't know about. Let me just ask. Does Tropical Tarot know the Prince of Discs? Yes. Does Tropical Tarot know the Prince of Wands? That one feels like maybe you've heard about them, but I don't know if you've met this person. Maybe she's mentioned them to you, but you haven't physically met them. Peace. So peace is the one thing that this relationship, well, there's a few things this relationship doesn't have. Peace is one of them, though. I would definitely look into, what is it going to be to bring you peace? I don't think she's going to sign an NDA. I don't think she would even sign a prenup. It just feels to me like she's wanting to have fun, which I get it. But at the same time, what she's doing to you, she's doing to other people. Strife. And it causes strife in everybody's life. So there is going to be amount of negative karma. But if she's been trying to look, she was destiny swapped when she was a kid by her mother. Okay, point blank, period. I don't know how her mother did it, or if this is some weird, like a narcissistic abuse or whatever. But then I also get that there is like a destiny swap energy going on with you. And sex is one way you can steal destinies, but it's not the only way. And I wonder if this is like some type of weird genetic pattern or something that just keeps happening. No, there's some weird entity attached to that. Okay, can we get that cleared? We need to clear that. All of this weird shit that's in the way. You know what it looks like to me? It's like if you were to see an invisible man, but they like have an outline, but then you can see through them, but you can still see them. They're like translucent. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it all in that. So it's like, okay. Okay. Yeah, the strife is very concerning because strife is the opposite of peace. Okay. So it's like, it's so weird. It always resets at 151. The strife and peace are the opposite of each other. So for them to come out next to each other, it's like a contradiction to me. And then I feel like the strife is stuff that hasn't even happened yet. But this is all, look, change was the first card. Then we had interference. Then we had love, because obviously you're wanting to make changes to your love life. But the interference has been affecting love and luxury. If we look at what her objective is luxury. And she wants someone that she can love, but she also wants to have other people as well. That's kind of the problem. It's because she has this personality split destiny thing. So I'm wondering if we should ask for a complete reversal. If you can, Tropical Tarot, tagged in my products, there is a reversing candle. I think you should get that candle and do that way. And it's a 7-day candle. So you just burn it you let it burn for 4 hours each day, and then you snuff it out. You don't blow it out at the very end. You either let it burn out all the way or you blow it out. But that way you're putting a reversal, and we're just calling for judgment on any destiny swap stuff that's going on here. Known and unknown, seen and unseen. But yeah. And then we call back all glory, all stars, anything that was meant for you. Because again, you have multiple people working up against you. You've got 2 different warlock energies that want to destiny swap with you because you spend more time with Jackie than they do. That's literally what I'm getting. The Princess of Wands. This is about creating something. It's about manifesting, putting things into motion. Okay. Let's see. It's because of this magic that she does that there is strife. So It is a pattern. Okay. Swiftness. Yeah, we definitely don't want strife coming in really quickly and derailing something. So the energy of sabotage. I don't know if, do you feel like you self-sabotage? I get that maybe used to have a pattern of self-sabotage, but I don't get that you do it now. So if there's any sabotage coming, it's definitely an external source. Princess of Cups. Okay, can I get clarity on the swiftness and the Princess of Cups? I think that this has to do with how you see her, which could all be painted through the lens of magic. So, strength. So if we clear the magic, let's see. Let's see how it shifts. I want to use this other, it's more a love-based deck. Yeah, the Chariot in the reverse was definitely about the car accident. And then that other Prince of Discs energy being involved. But I want to use this one other deck because it's more love-based. Hair on everything. So annoying. Okay. We're going to use the Telepathy Oracle and just see what comes out. Because it may advise you. Well, it's going to tell you what you need to heal for the situation to change. But I also get that because of her choices, there's going to be strife moving forward. The fact that peace came out and strife came out, it was like, what you want is peace, but you know that this situation causes strife. All right, let's see. Value. Focus on things of value. So yeah, focusing on what's the most important thing in your relationship and what you value and those traits that you do love about her, focusing on that, okay? And then just like at some point you have to make a decision how much you value this relationship if you want to keep it moving forward or not with the way that things are, because we can't change people. Clarity. Take a moment to think about your situation to figure it out. If everyone around you is telling you the same thing and I'm telling you the same thing, then it's probably is what it is. Okay. And I know you don't want to hear that because that sucks, but I definitely am never going to lie to you. So getting clarity is important. You're not going to get it from her though. I think you would save yourself a fight just not even asking her to sign an NDA. I think you would save yourself like a big blow up. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. I feel like you gave up on your calling because you are a tarot person. You could do what I'm doing for other people. But you gave up on it when you got with her for some reason. And that's why I feel like that destiny exchange, that weird shit. And I'm wondering, yeah, she was a witch before. She was doing magic before you guys got together. Okay. So thinking about what can you accept, can you deal with. Now, you love her, but there's probably some frustration and anger as well. Cherish, protect your relationships well. I mean, how can you protect a relationship when it's this situation, though? There's so much jealousy being directed towards you, both from her and from the people that she talks to. Like, that's why I was saying to get one of these evil eye amulet things. Keep it in your car, have one in your house, have it around, put it in the sunlight to charge it. Just because you've got competitors, and the evil eye, like most people, when they send it, they're in an envious, jealous, or competitive energy. The universe. The universe is guiding you towards that special someone. Just let everything take its course. Oh, that's so hard to do, though. I know how hard that is to do when you're like having to trust the universe. Okay, what else? What else do we need to know, though? Is this a true love situation? I've always felt like there would be somebody better for you, but marriage, the marriage of souls is the union of two divine opponents. Yeah, you need to find out if she's even wanting to move in that direction. But I'm serious. Protect your inheritance. Protect everything that you have before you ever propose to her. Okay? And if she won't sign a prenup, then don't marry her. That's what I'm getting as a very clear sign. And then the marriage of two souls is that this is what you're wanting. Maze, but it's like you're having to go through, you know, it's giving like Pan's Labyrinth. It's like you're having to freaking go through this crazy ass maze with all these spells and all this other shit, like to be with her. And it feels like you're not ever getting to the destination. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. So, but I totally understand the feeling of being lonely. I know what that feels like. And thank God that you have animals. Indication, watch for signs that lead you to true love. So this is definitely telling you to look for signs that when you're in this maze, okay, going insane over this person, watch for signs that show you that lead you to true love, because it's giving the labyrinth, like with David Bowie in it. Bowie, however you say his name. I'm adopted. I believed that he was my dad when I was a kid and that he was going to come pick me up in his spaceship, like at any given moment. I literally was so delusional. Anyways, yeah, watch for signs and synchronicities, okay? Watch for angel numbers as well. Illusion, because there is a part of this relationship that's an illusion, but I feel like that is what needs to be. Any sign that you see that's leading you towards illusion, avoid the trap of mistaking fantasy for real soul connection. And let go of the belief that you can't get any better than her. That's such a bad belief. Surprise. You may be surprised. Look, you literally may be surprised. I think it's because you're stuck in the illusion of being under obsession stuff. So yeah, we call for judgment on that, and then we just ask that all of that be cleared out so that he can think from like having a normal state of mind and of heart. Challenge. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. If she would be willing to come in to work with you on stuff, like, and be willing, you know how I was saying about meeting you halfway, if she would be willing to do that, I think that the relationship would get better. But she's not. When somebody has a mental illness and they're not aware of it, and I'm not a doctor, but like they don't have the ability to do certain things. Okay, so let's see. Boundary. Yeah, with this relationship, you need to have some healthy boundaries, because she's going to challenge your boundaries and try to get you to give in, because she does want something from you. And these other young people that she talks to and messes around with, they don't have resources. In fact, I think she gives away a lot of her resources to these other people, but they don't have resources like you do. And so you need to just make sure that you have a boundary there. And if she can't be okay with you having a normal boundary, then that should be your answer right there. Emotion. Because it is, especially with emotions. Look into the depths of your emotions. I think that she needs to do self-reflection, but she's too busy doing witchcraft on everyone to do any self-reflecting, because all that does take time. 1111. I was just saying to look out for angel numbers. 1111 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. Okay, is there anything else? Feelings and emotions are like the same thing. Feelings and trust. Remember at the very beginning when I first was talking to you about this trust? This is a big deal for you. You need to be able to feel that you can trust in the relationship. I think that that's a very important part. It says that you need to trust in a relationship for it to thrive. But if you can't trust her, which I'm not saying you can't, I'm definitely not saying you can though. I mean, would I trust her? Hell no. But she doesn't love me. She doesn't even know me. You know what I mean? She actually loves you. So can you trust her? Probably a little bit, but not with being honest about who she's talking to. And look, if she wants to have guys as friends or whatever, why doesn't she just say that? This is what makes me feel like it's something more than just having a guy as a friend. And it makes it feel like it's more about having domination and control over people so she can have access to other people's resources. That's what it feels like. But some people will do that, you know? I mean, I don't blame people for what they do in their youth because youth is hard. But at some point, it's like, gotta get it together, you know? Connection. Yeah. So depending on how, how connected you feel, your feelings of connection are extremely important because your connection truly can be unbreakable if you want to keep going back to the same thing. But I feel like watching the movie Obsession, I really feel like that. You're going to find out that there was a lot of, and every time I say that, the light starts to flicker. That is seriously creepy. I'm serious. That is so creepy. Every time I say that, the light starts to flicker. What the hell? That's very specific. Okay. So watching that, you're going to see a lot of downloads. I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what I pick up on. And what I pick up on is, yeah, not being faithful, not being loyal, and that being a problem. And then you having a hard time trusting, obviously, because of the not faithful and not loyalness. And, you know, it's hard for you to connect with her all of the time because you connect with her. But then when she switches into the other personality of her, it's still her. The thing is, at least it's not like, there was this one movie where this character, he had like a bunch of different personalities in him. It's not Me, Myself, and Irene, but it was another movie. Anyways, and he ended up turning himself into a monster. I forget what that one was called, but maybe it was called like Monster or something. But yeah, it's not like that is what I'm trying to say. It's still her. It's just two different polarities of her. One her that's way over here and then one version of her that's way over here. So it's still her. I mean, it's got a little bit of demonic influence on it because that's what demons attach to when people don't do shadow work and they don't go within and they don't work on themselves and they don't do anything like spiritual upkeep, type stuff. There will be parasitic things that latch on. And especially when you do witchcraft on people, I don't even know what the hell that involves, but it always seems to be like weird ass spirits and creepy shit. Okay, thing. Look, the tree just came out and happy. So maybe getting grounded would be a good thing to work on staying grounded. Tell the tree what you really think. Embrace your loving connection and be happy. So happiness came out twice. It came out with the Thoth deck and it came out with this one. So I think that this was pretty much very easy to understand. The only thing was that you're getting clarity on part of the relationship that's been an illusion. And if she's been doing love magic on other people, she could have feelings of love towards other people as well. So just be aware of that. I'm gonna pull some from I got go back in correctly. From the Spirit Oracle. and see what comes through with that. Actually, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to use a different deck. I want to use this other deck. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I grabbed two. I grabbed the emotional oracle and then I grabbed the dark confessions. So the dark confession cards, they may pull out things that this person, whoever they are, for Tropical Tarot, for you, it's Jackie, but it would be pulling things that they haven't said, right? So we're going to do the true emotional first to get an idea of the situation. Even though I can already tell you that it does have something to do with obsession and it has to do with your divine masculine energy. I feel like she would get to her destination of where she actually wants and needs to be a lot faster if she cut these, my ear is ringing again, cut these other people out of her life, okay? Like these other men, because that she's done magic on that won't leave her alone. She needs to understand that when she, that she shouldn't be casting spells that she can't break. You know what I mean? And like, if you don't know how to break a spell, don't cast it. Because, well, if you guys watch the movie Obsession, you'll understand why. But, okay, let's see. Let's cut the deck. Let's cut the deck. The true emotional usually cuts really deep because it pulls out the truth. Emotionally. Wish. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Watch Obsession. It's literally about a wish. And then also, when I was reading for somebody else the other day, and this exact energy of somebody making a wish and it causing the obsession situation, and then I had to talk to the other psychic about it, and we had to clear it. And since we've cleared it, that person hasn't come back. I'm not even joking. Watch the new movie Obsession. You're going to get so many downloads and understand. It'll help you to understand the situation. My God. So yes, there was a wish involved. Okay. So she probably wished for this in one way or another. I don't get that you're using magic to make wishes come true. I get she is. Coping mechanisms doesn't just have to be alcohol or pills. Okay, by the way, coping mechanisms can be a lot of different things. It could be a behavior, somebody changing their behavior as a coping mechanism. It could be so many different things. So it doesn't just have to be like substances or whatever. I mean, it can, but it doesn't have to be. I'm not really getting that it is. So yeah, dealing with the effects of this wish that she should have never freaking made. My God, she's having to cope, but I don't get that it's at the end of a bottle. It's something else. Maybe it's like cannabis or something. Psycho, crazy, ex, obsessed, won't let go. Well, we already know that she has a psycho, crazy, obsessed ex that won't let go, but this person is this way because she did magic on them. So, yeah, damn. I mean, we really do cause our own suffering in life. Like, I know that to be true. There may be other people that stimulate bullshit to go on, but we truly are pulling it in with our thoughts and our beliefs. Psycho, crazy, obsessed ex won't let go. No shit. Obsessed. There it goes. And the wish. Yo. Moving on, letting go, loving you, being free. So there is a part of you that wants to move on and be free. There's also a part of her that wants to move on and be free. This is why she still communicates with people. Blocked spam calls or text. Maybe she's got this crazy ass ex of her blocked. I would hope so. But still, if she did the same thing of making some effed up wish with this other person that continues to send negative energy and then did the same thing with you, and I absolutely feel that she did, because I can feel the energy of the very high dimensional demonic being. Okay, let's just say that. So yeah, we need to cancel out all of that. And then she better not go redo this shit. I'm serious. We need to cancel that out and undo it, reverse it, or undo it. Goodbye. Yeah, she definitely said goodbye to this person. Closing this cycle. Good. Finally, now that we're figuring out that this is some crazy ass love wish, just like the movie Obsession. That's why I kept seeing, oh my God, the girl in it is so terrifying. Anyways, so scary. And then you're like, the way that she's been behaving, you're going to be like, holy shit, this is it. This is it. Oh my goodness. Closing this cycle. Goodbye. Okay. And then blocked. So she's got somebody on blocked, but there's a lot of other people in the energy still. Losing sleep, worried, replaying events, thinking about you. That's the same definition of obsession. Okay. I would not be losing sleep over this. Especially things that you can't control. It's sitting around and worrying about things. Look, losing sleep over romance, sitting around worrying about things that you can't control, it will drive you absolutely Looney Tunes insane. And I know this to be true because I have dwelled way too much on the things that I have no control over. And we don't have control over who other people talk to, what they do. Even people that think that they have control over their wives don't really. I mean, it's all an illusion. Love and hate. This is the two different energies, that split energy. And I'm not getting that you love or hate her. I'm just getting that she loves and hates you. It's a love-hate. Well, the same, because there's witchcraft involved, and because whatever these beings are never going to deliver a wish in the correct way that it was made. And even if she used good words, they're still not going to do that because they're dicks. I mean, I don't mean to be rude to them, but they are not in favor of the human race using them. And this being is like, bitch, better get my money, pay me what you owe me, don't act like you forgot, I call the shots. If you know about Rihanna, you know. But I'm serious. That's what this entity is literally saying. Like, she owes it for all of these wishes. I don't know, what does it think it's going to get out of her? And offering a sacrifice, something like that. This was a stupid move for her. Oh, it's also just asinine. Karmic lesson. What else do we need to know? Obviously, we didn't even need to say the karmic lesson. That was clearly obvious. And if anybody didn't know about that, that is the reason that the majority of things that we don't like happen is karmic lesson. I'm serious. Mirroring. Mirroring is, okay, the mirroring is when you're reflecting the same energy at somebody. I want to get a definition on that. Somebody mirroring you, it could look like copying you or trying to be like you. What is the definition of when someone mirrors another person?
Mirroring involves one person copying another's body language, speech, expressions, or attitudes. It often happens unconsciously and fosters connection and comfort between people.
Weird. So that could be what's going on when you guys are together, but this still is a karmic lesson. Is there anything else that we need to know with the emotional? I miss you. I know. It's like when she's not with you, even when she's with these other people, you're still in the back of her mind. And I know that you miss her when you're not with her. That's why it's a difficult situation. But with there being so much freaking magic involved and crazy things, like I would never say that this situation is normal, but it's come to me now like three different times, actually probably like 6 different people. It's come to me. That's crazy. And I watched the movie Sweet Talk. Yeah. So I don't think you're going to be able to use Sweet Talk to talk her into anything, and then vice versa. She's not going to be able to use that on you either. But I do get that she has feelings for you. Are those feelings real, though, or are they part of the wish for what she wished for? Illumination, truth, discovery, awakening. I feel like they're part of the wish that she wished for. Does that make them any less real? I don't know. Funeral. I think that this has to do with love dying. I don't think that that's an actual funeral. Spiritual chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. So we have spiritual awakening twice here. And then maybe an old version of yourself passing with the funeral. Okay, let's get one more card of these, and then I want to do the dark confessions. Twin flames. Twin flames came up now twice with the 1111 card. So what needs to happen is for this old version of her to pass away. It eventually will. I do feel like that, but it's going to be like 10 years or something. It's going to be like a long time for her to go through this ego death and spiritual awakening, because she probably thinks that she's awakened, right? But she doesn't believe that her higher self is God. She doesn't know that yeah, she doesn't know who she truly is. And if she knew herself as God, she would not never do any no spells, because like literally when you know yourself as God, you know what you already are. And so that is perfect, and it is. You don't need to do anything to manipulate anything. Okay, so but again, she's very young. Now, I just always look back to my life when I was 27. I can't even remember what the hell I was doing. Like, who was I around? What was I doing? I don't even remember. Probably surfing and smoking a lot of MJ, living in the moment. I think you guys do the best when you live in the moment with each other. Let's get one more. Off and on, hot and cold, detached. So the ghosted energy, that's not a good energy. Family. I think that when it comes to you guys having a family together, it's going to be this hot and cold, I don't know. And, with her being young, if she doesn't want to have family right now, I totally understand that. I'm not judging that. I just feel like your guys' goals should be aligned, and not having to settle, knowing that there is a karmic lesson in this, but it does have to do also with the other people that she talks to, because this psycho crazy ass obsessed freak person, I don't even know what the hell's going on there with that picture, but that's terrifying. But that is like the person, because she did love magic on them though, with this wish. Or technically it's wishing magic. This is why I want you to watch Obsession. Technically it's wishing magic. You guys will like literally be like, oh my God, I understand what was happening. So I want to pull a couple of the dark confessions and see if there's anything that comes out of things that need to be said that she's not saying. That way you can understand where she's coming from. What is this? I am going through a roller coaster of emotions. I won't admit it. So she could be going through like a roller coaster of emotions, which, yeah, that when you have, I'm not going to call it bipolar, but when you have two different polarities that are working against each other. That's what it feels like, is a roller coaster ride. And it's really hard to get stable when you're in that energy. And if she hasn't, if mental health runs in the family, then that means that her family probably hasn't found a way to like cope or deal with it. And so it could be people that are just totally unaware that they have some stuff going on, okay, like mentally. And I'm not judging that at all. I'm embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. So that's how she's feeling. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for sticking this reading out. That's what she's feeling. Okay, let's see. Well, I would not have thought that, because maybe that's why she freaks out so bad whenever you try to bring something up. There are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. This is the reason that she explodes on you. It's because she's got anger, and it's probably because she did. Dude, you guys, after you watch Obsession, do not go buy a Will-O-Wisp or whatever it's called, Wiss-A-Willow, whatever it's called. The store that they go to in Obsession that he goes to get that Wish-A-Willow thing is actually a real store in Los Angeles. I'm serious. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to know? My pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. And my mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. Jeez. Well, I could have told you actually all of these things. Yeah. That definitely makes sense to me. The situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. Yeah, she should. If there was a way that she could cancel out the wish, I'm gonna probably have to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. She doesn't have the ability to cancel it out. I mean, I'm not gonna make a wish to cancel out that wish. I'm just gonna rat these beings out for doing this dumb shit and even working on this, and then they're gonna it'll figure it out from there. No one else makes me feel the way that you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you. Okay. So I do get where she's feeling drained, but it's not really your fault that she's feeling drained, because it's this entity that's draining her energy. And it also, I don't know what she did to it, but it's pissed off. It wants to be freed so that it can go back to wherever it came from. Damn. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. I don't know how she could not feel attractive. I don't know if she's ever expressed that to you before, but because she is attractive, I get that she's very attractive. So I'm not sure I can meet your expectation. The pressure is too much for me. So that if that's the way that she's feeling, then I would take it as that's the way that she's feeling. But yeah, you'll have to make a decision what you want to do. I'm afraid that your feelings for me are not mutual. This is the whole reason right here that she decided to do this love wishing crap on you. And I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. This is what I was talking about. The definition of like obsession is when you can't get out of like thinking about someone or something. I feel empty and hollow inside. I can't open up right now. So it could be very hard for her to open up. Anything else that we need to know? I was afraid that you would reject me if I shared my feelings to you. So maybe she already knows that you're not going to go for whatever it is about how she feels. I know what I'm doing. I played dumb to keep you confused. Dang. One more. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost. So that's also another motivation as to why she would do this love wishing stuff. Dang. Well, you're going to be okay. I do know that this will end up getting cleared. It may change the way that you perceive this person, but at least without the love wishing and all that crap, I mean, good God. Without that being in play, you're going to have a better chance at recovering. Okay, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. Peace be with you. Okay. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Make sure you guys like the video, tap the notification bell, and are subscribed. Also, if you guys are interested in learning to read cards for yourself and others, I have this book. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, written by me, Astraea Love. I've got it tagged in the products and linked in the description box. No, I don't have it linked anymore. I've got it tagged in the products. And then you want to use the original Rider-Waite tarot deck with it. When I use other decks, I always keep this out in case I need clarification. And then for those of you that want to start clearing curses, connecting with God, and opening up your intuitive path, The Truth of God, Advanced Intuitive Living. It's written by Michael Stedman. This book has changed my life. I suggest that you guys get it. It will change yours. These are 2 books that you won't just read it one time and then it goes on a shelf. You'll be using them consistently. So check out all of the different supplies and stuff that are in the shop, you guys. I go through, and just like when we had the metaphysical store, I would go through and pick the best energy stuff at good prices. I do the same thing for everything that's in the shop. But I am so thankful you guys spent your time here with me. God bless you. Peace be with you. I love you so much. Okay. Kisses, hugs. You guys have a wonderful evening. Make sure you like the video, share, hype the video, subscribe, leave a comment. All of that helps the algorithm know that this content is worth being pushed out to other people, which I do believe it is. We want to grow this community and spread the light as far as possible. Okay, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Have a wonderful evening. Peace be with you, and God bless you. Bye. And thank you, everybody that donated. I really appreciate you. You make this channel able to keep going. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.